guys, this is Chicken Lemon here, back with a new video, and here you will see a slightly oddly shaped gun with a minecart with a few rails sticking out of it, and this is my melon gun. Now basically I will show you this in action. What I need to do is I will press the reload button. There we go. You can see these farms will harvest, and they should come back up in a second. You will be, oh, let me just get these. There. And you'll be able to see that there are some melons in here. Not all of these are just there. You'll see that we're getting more in there because we just harvested. And now we will pull the trigger. Yes, this is my melon gun, everybody. Yeah, so this took me quite a while. I'm not going to do a tutorial on how to build it just because it's so long, but I will do a tutorial on all the different components. There. So first of all, let me show you how it works. That button over there activates this RS NOR latch with a delayed reset. I'll show you how to do that later. And then while that RS NOR latch is toggled, it will activate, it will harvest both of the farms. If you want to see how to do the farms, I will have a link in the description to my video where I'll show you how to do that. And those farms will be harvested into these hoppers, which link up underground and end up going into this hopper. And this minecart with hopper will go and collect them. If I was to break that, let me just fix that. Oh, no, not that. There we go. So, yeah, so, should have bat. I hope you become dead, bat. Oh, my hopes come true. So, yeah, so what this does is, when there is something in this hopper, this comparator will turn on and unpower this block. And, what that means is, that once the minecart gets down there, it won't just pick up 2 items, it will pick up everything that is in there. Let me just replace that. Yes, and then it will bring it up here, and it will put it into some hoppers, well, a hopper, that will put it into the dispenser. So that's how the reload mechanism works. How the trigger works is that when I pull the trigger, there is actually a clock under here. If I can find it. There we go. There are bats in here. So, yeah, when I pull the lever, you can see there is power coming from where the lever is. And what this does is it will activate a clock that will activate the dispenser. And that's how all of that works. So, let's get straight on with the tutorial then. I'll only be doing the main components in this tutorial, such as the RS NOR latch with the delayed reset. I'll do that now. And let's just get a block. There we go. So, a regular RS NOR latch looks like this. Or looks vaguely like this. Like that. There we go. And I'll just get a button so I can activate this. It doesn't matter what type of button you use. And now you'll see that this redstone, I'll even get now. Yeah, why not? I'll get a piston just to show you. Just because I'm not dedicated to my fans. So you can see that by default, that piston is always on. Then when I push this button, the other piston is always on, which is different because usually, if I have a button going into it like that, it will only stay on for a short amount of time, then it'll turn back off again. But this one, press the button, it'll stay on. And if you press the other one will stay on. And now I used that to my advantage. It doesn't have to be a piston, it can be pretty much anything. So what I did was I just made a very big one. Like this. Oh, lagging a lot. So even though this takes more space, it still works in exactly the same way. I press this button and it toggles the redstone, and then I will press this button and it'll toggle it back. Yeah. And the way I did the delayed reset was I made it so that if this turns on, it will then take, I didn't use the exact timing, I can't remember what time I used, but I'm just going to do 5 seconds, which is 50 ticks. So, a repeated delay of 50 ticks, that's 4 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 ticks. So 5 repeaters at 4 ticks, that's 2 seconds. So let's just, oops, yeah. Sorry about this. So how many is that? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's just go back the other way now. And this will make it 10. And now that's 4 seconds. Now let's just do another 10 ticks quickly. And I've planned this correctly. It should be exactly the right way to turn. Good. So that should just about do it. And what that will do, if we leave this redstone, that acts to toggle it the other way. So when I press this button, it will toggle it for 10 seconds, 5 seconds, sorry, and then it'll toggle itself back. And that's how the reload system works. And I just made it so that, as well as toggling itself back, it also powers the farm, which I'm going to represent by this piston. So for those 5 seconds, the piston will be on. It's kind of like a pulse lengthener. Yeah, like that. And yeah, so that's how that works. Now, what other major features are there? You know what, I'll just show you how to make the farm right now, because you know I may as well, and then I'll just hook it up to that. So let me just time set it. What you will want is you will want a lever, and you will want sticky pistons, and I'm not quite sure what else you need. Let's just play it by ear. So you want to dig actually don't put them down yet. You just want to dig a 3 deep, 2 wide, and 7 long hole. So, like this. Oops. Sorry, lag. Actually, you'll want to make it 4 deep, sorry. Actually, no, you'll want to make it 3 deep, 6 wide, and 7 long. So, how many is that? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Let's just dig this out. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have done another tutorial on this, but I've made quite a lot of tweaks to it since then, so I just thought I'll build it again. I put some annotations on the screen, just so if you don't want to watch this, you can skip to another part. So these should be the right dimensions, if I've planned this out right, which I hope I have. We might have to do a bit more digging, so don't put your pickaxe away, or your shovels, depending on what kind of world you are. Or your hand if you're on creative. So, you will want to go to the middle two, and you will want to place sticky pistons. Oops. You'll just want to place sticky pistons facing upwards, like this. They have to be sticky pistons, otherwise, farm will not work. Well, it will work, but it won't retract properly. They still harvest the melons, but you won't be able to get them anyway. So now you will want to put grass. Actually, no, don't put the grass on yet. I could, because I've got sandstone, but if you put the grass on now, you won't be able to tell where exactly it is. And so you want to put repeaters facing into them like that, all along, and redstone facing into them like that, all along. And do the same for the other side. Like this. So yeah, and then you will want to connect them up to either side. Yeah, so you'll need to dig another layer. If you're not such a fan of digging, you could always build this on the surface, like above the surface, but I wouldn't, just because it's a bit annoying. So, now you want to join them up like that. And you want to dig about there, roughly. You can go to that. And you're going to put that there. See that they all go up like that. So now you can put your grass on. It doesn't have to be grass if you're in survival, obviously. You can put dirt, the grass will spread to it. You just want to make sure the grass will, actually you don't have to make sure the grass will spread to it. But grass is good. I'm just using grass. So yeah, you can do that, and now you can you can go like that and that. So you can lead that up like that. Just make sure that when you pull this lever, it all goes down, and when you pull it in, it'll all go back up again. That's perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly, actually I don't have to do that, can I? I just have to go like this now. So I'm going to hook this up to so something like that. So let's just put in some repeaters where necessary. I haven't memorised exactly where necessary, you know, but you can never have too many repeaters. If you're in survival, you might want to measure them out, like every 15 blocks. But I'm just putting them all over the place, because, you know, if you've seen most of my videos, I just like to put repeaters all over the place pretty much. So now, if you go over here, this is the bulk of the wiring done. You press this button, that should go down for 5 seconds, and then it should come back up again. That's perfect. So now you can cover up the edge of this and all of the back. Oh no, I need that. And just get rid of those 2 blocks there. You'll see why in a second. Fill in the sides. Make sure you don't fill in the bit on the inside. You need, well, you do eventually, but you need to fill it up with dirt. Make sure you fill it up with dirt. But the front, you can fill that up. Except these 2 blocks. Don't put those 2 blocks either. So now, what you want to do is, this is important way you've measured it out, right? If you put your buckets of water there, you don't need this lever I'm about to place, but I'm just putting it there so I can test it without having to go over and press the button all the time. So hopefully, oh no, that's not good. Uh-oh. Well, I messed up a bit of the wiring, as you could probably tell. Yeah. Not the best of moves. Okay, make sure that you're on no delay. I mean, they don't have to be on no delay, but it's best on no delay. Oops. There we go. And just, I'm gonna replace my redstone. Okay, they should all be back now. There we go. Much better, much better, much better. So now I'm just going to put my grass there. Don't forget to do that. And now, hopefully if I do that again, let's test it. It shouldn't destroy all my redstone. It should go just to the edge and then not destroy it. So, let's try it. Come on, please. Yes. Perfect. So that's just to the edge. That's just what I wanted. Now, what you will want to do is get some hoppers as well. You need hoppers. You don't need hoppers, but it's best if you have hoppers. Well, actually, you do need hoppers. So, what you want to do is you want to dig a path. Or I'm going to, you can make this go pretty much anywhere. And you can hook it up to any input, it doesn't have to be that delay. But the delay I made on, another thing, this delay, or the delay I made on my actual gun, is exactly the right delay so that all the melons will get washed to the side. But I'm not going to copy that. If you want, you can just pause here, take your screenshots. They are all on full delay, except for this one here, which is on 2-tick delay. And also this one here, which is on 2 ticks. In fact, this will save me a bit of time. I mean, a bit of redstone. But not that I care, I'm afraid. So, yeah, so just take your screenshots. Those are all on full delay. Except this one should be on full delay. Are they all on full delay? Well, anyway, yeah, so take your screenshots. Cool, so that's exactly the right delay, so that all the melons will get there. In fact, you want this lower. Yeah, you don't want this on the surface. So, perfect. Actually not quite perfect, I can't get out. There we go. Great stuff. So, also, what do you guys think of my new intro? Post that in the comments. So now, what you will need is, you can get rid of all this. Now, you want some sticky pistons. And you want to tower up 1, 2, 3, 4. You can get rid of the bottom 3. And then place one facing downwards under there, and then you can get rid of this one. But in fact, don't tower up the sticky pistons, tower up with that, because you need that there anyway. So you'll want to go 2 across, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you'll just want to place sticky pistons on all of them. Now, one thing to note is the melon seeds. Actually, I'll tell you that when we get around to that. So just put sticky pistons underneath all of them, but make sure to leave the sandstone there, because you do need sandstone. There. Okay, so now, what you want to do is you want to dig on this block, and you want to put a piece of redstone there. You want a redstone torch there. Oh, no, you want to keep that block there. Now we're going to do a torch elevator. Now you want to put a torch there, and then a torch there, then a block there, redstone on that, and put redstone along all of these. There we go. So now, what should happen is when you pull the lever, not only will the blocks, not only will the grass go down, but the pistons will extend, and the water should go out. Perfect. So now, we're going to plant some seeds. So I'm going to get a diamond hoe, and and some bone meal. So, why isn't this there? I guess. And yeah. So I'll also get some melon seeds. Oh god. Oh god, this happens all the time. My control key's stuck. Wait, let me just test that. No. Anyway. Now you can see I'm going to fill this ground here. Oh yeah, I'm going to fill this back up. So I'm going to hook this ground here. So if I put seeds here, for me I'll be fine, because I have sandstone behind them. But if you have dirt or grass or tilled ground behind it, make sure you put blocks on all other faces of them like this. Keep this one there. But I'm fine because I'm on sandstone. So let's just grow these. You could also plant pumpkin seeds on this, that would also work. But if you're doing it as like a gun, like I did, then you'll probably want melon seeds because you get more melon seeds per melon. Like pumpkins, you just get one. But pumpkins are actually pretty useful because you put them on your head and they protect you from endermen, which is always good. It's always a plus. So, melon seeds. Now what I'm trying to do with this is I'm trying to make something with daylight sensors so that when it becomes like night it'll activate my RS null latch with reset, with like delayed reset. So like it'll harvest every night or something like that. I don't really know. I probably could do that, but I'm not sure. So I'll probably do that some other time. If you've seen a lot of my other videos, you've been like a viewer on my channel for a long time, you'll know that I like melon farms. That's like my main thing. So anyway, so while I've been babbling, I planted all the seeds, and I've put blocks under all those pistons. Now, if I pull the lever, you'll see that they'll all go down. The water will flow, and then I pull it again, it'll come back up. So the melons will grow here. Let me just put the melons. Okay, so there we go. So they would all grow. Something like that. And now, if you go like this, you lever, or press the button even, then when you push them, the melons will break, the water will push them into these hoppers. Then after 5 seconds, if you push the button, it would come back up, they'll be able to grow again. And if you look in this last hopper, we have 32 melon slices, just from that. So that's good. And that is that. And when you push the button over here, you will see it will harvest it for 5 seconds with a bit of lag. And after the 5 seconds, they'll come back up. Well, oh yes, there's one more thing I want to show you. Sorry, typo. And so for this is the minecart station. Oh. Yeah, and you will need a minecart with hopper. So I'm not sure why I'm getting all the stacks of things. That shouldn't be happening. Oh, sticky keys. Sorry. Is it still happening? No, okay, it's fixed now. My shift key was jammed. So yeah, let's get rid of these. So you will also need a hopper and a comparator, redstone torch, redstone and repeater. So now, if I wanted my minecart, a minecart to bring my if I wanted to bring my melons somewhere else, yeah, for example, like this chest over here seems like a good place, or in my case, in the gun with the dispenser. What I'll want to do is it's the only way to bring hoppers up, as far as I'm aware, is with minecart with hoppers, or like droppers facing upwards, or dispenser facing upwards, something like that. This is my favourite way of doing it, because you can change how it works. So here I've got my hopper facing down. I'm not sure if it has to be facing down, but it's best if it's facing down. So if I put my powered rail, this has to be powered rail. The rest can be how you like. Well, no, most of it can be how you like. But that has to be powered rail. This has to be normal rail. And the reason for that is I need to make it so if I try and power this rail, I won't power this rail. Stuff like that. So, if I put my comparator here, that if there is something in the hopper, like that, my comparator will detect it and it'll output a signal. So, if I put some redstone here and a redstone torch here, what that means is that if there's something in there, the redstone torch will be off, and if there's nothing in it, the redstone torch will be on. Now, I need this to come back here with a repeater, which means the redstone torch is powering that. So if there's nothing in the hopper, the powered rail is powered. If there is anything in the hopper, the powered rail will not be powered. And what that means is when the hopper comes along, instead of just picking up 2 things and then leaving, it has to pick up everything before the powered rail turns back on again. That's the concept behind that. So I'm going to lead this up here. Or remember, this is not a bug. Most new Minecrafters, I find, think this is a bug. That if you want to turn, it has to be regular rail. There's no turned powered rail. And also you can't turn and go up a block in the same thing. Let's move this around here. Oops. And now, hopefully, what that should do is that should come up to on top of this chest. No? Maybe if I... Oh yeah, I know what to do. I put a hopper on top of this chest. There we go. And then I can put a block there. I can make the powered rail go up onto this hopper. And then put a block there to make it return. And then if I power this powered rail, and if I power this powered rail, and if I power this powered rail, there's a lot of powering powered rail. So yeah. So what should happen is the melon should be... No? I think the melons are gone now. They might have gone into the hopper that I broke. Did they? No, well anyway, there were 32 melons, so let's just get those. Cool, there's my 32 melon. Let's put it in the hopper. And usually what would happen if we didn't have that little setup there, the minecart with hopper would take 2 of them and then leave. But with this setup, it'll take all of them before it can leave. So you see, it'll take all of them. And once there's nothing else, it'll set back on its journey. And that only will put 2 at a time in the minecart, in the chest, unfortunately, or even 1 at a time. But that's the best I could do, unfortunately. In fact, actually, why don't I just fix that really quickly? I think I can do that. Okay, good, that stopped it. I think I can fix it. Here we go, yeah. So the further we bring this out, the more it'll drop off at a time. So let's just test that theory, because hopefully it'll deposit 1 or 2 in all of these hoppers, and all of these hoppers are leading into the chest. So let's just try that out. This is just something that I literally just made up on the spot. I've never tested that out before. Hopefully it works well. That's unpowered, we'll have to power that, but that's okay. If we put a block there. There we go. Now let's just try that. Yeah, that sort of deposited a lot of them. Yeah, see, that did. Yeah, so that's pretty much the basics of it. And you can see there's a watermelon in there now, so if I press this button, it should harvest the melon. Cause a bit of lag. A lot of lag, actually. And then this minecart, it's all gone, unless there's actually something in the hopper. Which there should be soon. Oh no, they didn't reach the end. That's waiting a bit more time. Okay. Well, if they had, they would have gone into that hopper. And they would have gone into that hopper, and the hopper would have stopped there, and now it's got everything. And just begins. Well, anyway, that's all for now. Bye.